awesome. So cool.
This is not funny.
We don't have got there. It was already there when we came in.
Dude, you blame us for everything.
Yeah.
Other
All right,
class.
settle down, settle down.
Come on.
I've graded your tests, and I have to say, I'm more than a little disappointed. In fact, I'm going to throw them out.
Yes! Yes!
I think, and this is my fault, I think I've been placing too much emphasis on details. So forget about memorizing facts, dates, people. I want you to just think history, okay? I want us all to just make each other think. Okay? Well, let's talk about the Battle of Britain and the Lend-Lease Act. How are these two things linked in history? Anybody have any thoughts? Nyla?
So, like, the test you just threw out, I thought you said they weren't going to count.
You're right. They're not going to count. Everybody got that? These tests do not count. Let's go back to the Battle of Britain and the Lend-Lease Act. Roosevelt said that America must be the great arsenal of democracy. Now, what do you think he meant by that? That we must be the great arsenal of democracy. What does he mean? Massey?
That we had to be this great arsenal.
Arsenal with an L.
Oh, okay. So that we needed to be. I'm not sure I understand the question.
Okay. Maybe that wasn't a fair question. What country did Roosevelt want to supply with weapons? Remember, we were talking about the Battle of what? Who can tell me? Smith?
Britain?
Yes, good. Now we're thinking history.
Mr. Rhodes, I was going to say Britain.
That's good. So Roosevelt wanted to help Britain in the war against who? Who was Britain at war with? Okay, let's think now. Who is Britain at war with? All right, let's back up. What was happening in Europe in the 1930s? Campanella.
Rhodes, I thought you said we weren't going to have to know dates.
You're right.
You said
Yeah,
that.
You're right.
You said that.
Let me put it another way. In the decade before World War II, what was happening in Europe?
Oh, I know. France.
Yeah, France. But let's think. What political group was in Europe at that time?
The French?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Rhodes, the French are still in Europe today.
Yes. The French are in Europe today. I'm sorry. Let's get off the French for a little bit, okay?
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I was just making a point. There are French people in Europe even today. You don't have to write that down. It's not going to be on the test. All right, now let's think of some other countries that are in Europe. Name some other countries in Europe. Some other countries besides France. Let's look at the map up here for a second. Where's Europe on the map? Look up here. Does anybody see Europe? Can anybody tell me where Europe is on the map? How many of you think this is Europe right here? Raise your hand if you think this is Europe. You're right, it is. All right, good. Now, what are some of the countries in Europe?
Spain?
Good. Anybody else?
France?
Yes. Can someone name another?
Germany.
Yes, good. Germany. Let's talk about Germany.
Sweden?
Right, but let's stick with Germany for a second.
Egypt.
Yes, let's go back to Germany, all right? Now, what political group was in power in Germany at this time? Someone want to take this? Massey? Smith? Who haven't we heard from? How many of you saw Raiders of the Lost Ark?
I saw it. I've got it on DVD. I could bring it.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Monday. Yeah.
Now, who was Indiana Jones fighting with? Besides the snakes, he was fighting with the
Nazis. Mr. Rhodes, I was going to say Nazis.
That's good. What did the Nazis do? Let's think.
Oh, I know. They tried to steal the Lost Ark and all their faces.
Oh, that was awesome. That was the guy with the glasses. That was so cool.
Oh, they put up the Berlin Wall.
Yeah, that's right.
No, the Nazis did not put up the Berlin Wall.
Are you sure? Because I think they did.
No, they didn't.
I'm pretty sure that they did.
You're thinking of the communists. That was 1961.
I thought you said we weren't gonna have to know dates.
Yeah, you did. You said
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. All right, now the Nazis were in power in Germany. So who was England at war with during the Battle of Britain? And don't say France. Who can tell me? Take a guess.
Germany.
Germany,
Mr.
that's
Rhodes,
right.
I was going to say Germany.
I got a question.
Yes?
Who came up with the name Europe?
Oh, stupid.
That's so stupid. We're in Europe.
I think we've done enough for today. Why don't we all just sit quietly and read quietly for the rest of the period? That'd be great.
Rhodes, we never did get to find out about that Roosevelt guy and what he said about Arsenio.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. In fact, tomorrow, why don't you bring in your copy of Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Live from Clear Horizons.
It's Friday morning.